channel. I'm here with Henry and Dylan, two 16-year-olds who just got cut major checks from doing wholesale deals. What's up, guys?
How are
you? Good. So, today I want to talk to you guys about the deals that we did, how you got into real estate. I'm actually really interested to hear about how you guys met and like your friendship and how it's evolved. Now you're business partners, you run like a couple employees, I know, since I work with you guys. So like, how did it all start?
I mean, friendship goes back to probably 6th grade, I'd say. We started going to the same middle school. I always knew it, Dylan, because we actually went to the same pool. So over the summer.
And
nice.
We lived 2 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
How old were you guys when you first met?
That's a tough one. I'd say like 12, maybe around there.
Yeah. And did you like hit it off right away, or was it just like you grew into the relationship?
Yeah, kind of in the same group of friends. So over time, we just kind of built a connection together.
Nice. And so real estate, like, are your parents entrepreneurs? Like, how did you kind of get the bug?
Yeah, my dad's an entrepreneur. He started his own software development company, and then over time, he built up his capital and was able to invest in some rental properties. So over my childhood, I was always helping him out, and that kind of just caught the bug all of a sudden once I hit high school.
And so now you guys are like fully sold on wholesale?
For sure.
Yeah.
How about you doing?
I think my dad had one rental property, and then I don't know. I just like making money, so it looks like something that caught my eye, and I kind of just like jumped into the deep end.
Yeah.
Figured everything out.
Yeah. So I met these guys at a real estate meetup. I just went to this random meetup. I think your uncle, he hosts these meetups in Atlanta for people to come together, meet each other, network about real estate. And I was speaking at that meetup, and I was speaking about wholesaling. And then I think someone had asked me to like speak directly to you, right?
Yeah.
Like someone was like, "They're 16-year-olds." I was I 19 or 20?
What's that?
Well, I was like, I think I was 19 at that time. I'm now 20. But someone was like, "What would you say to 16-year-old?" And I was like, fine, whatever, mentor. And then basically you guys came up to me right after and was like, "Okay, this is what we want to do. We want to make money," like Dylan said. How do we do it? So before that, were you generating like any sort of opportunities, or were you just really getting exposed to everything?
I think we gotta kind of talk about like the butterfly effect of like.
Oh yeah, I mean, we started talking about it in the beginning of class, or our math class the day of, and Henry's uncle happened to be hosting it that night. And I was like,
the same day.
The same day. And we were like, sure, let's just go.
You guys are just talking about real estate or specifically wholesale?
We were just talking about real estate, and
nice.
His uncle was hosting it, and we just decided to go and kind of just listen to what everyone had to say. And then at the end, I didn't know that we were going to be talking to everyone, and we decided to like kind of get ourselves out there and just like see who we could meet. And then I think the first person we talked to was you.
So you guys didn't have like any goals, like by the end of this month I want to get 2 deals, or by the end of this month I want to make X. You're just kind of going to see what would happen.
Yeah,
it came out of nowhere, and like the chances of like you not going there to speak, but
you weren't
I wasn't even supposed to go to this meetup at all. I was just going because I was like, oh, this popped up on my timeline, like, and then I went and they asked me to speak at the meetup, and then that's when someone asked me to speak like directly with you guys.
Yeah.
So
it was a change.
At that meetup, what kind of sparked your interest to say, okay, I want to pursue this relationship further. I want to learn from this specific person? Because there was tons of people at that meetup. What about, what I said, or what about what you guys heard, who you talked to, made you want to go, okay, this is a way that we can make money quickly? Because we just, like, these guys just made, I think, $15,000 on 2 different deals, 2 different wholesale deals. And that's like, we went to that meetup 2 months ago, maybe. Yeah. So what about, the network that you met at that meetup, or what I said, or, what about it made you guys want to take action and come to the office?
I think we had, like, one specific target was because after we got done talking to you, it's like, you were busy then, and then you told us to come to your office the next day because it was on a Thursday, and we came, and then I think that's when we talked, and then on that whiteboard right there, we kind of jawed out, you kind of gave us the outline of how we could do it, and then that day, I think we went home and, like, actually, like, started.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I told you guys when you guys came to the office, so we met at this meetup. I was like, hey guys, if you want to know more about what I'm doing, wholesaling, making money quickly, come to my office. Apparently it was the next day. I was like, come tomorrow. I guess I was like, seeing if you guys are really about it. But when we were going through all different ways to make money, I told you about wholesaling and then direct to seller, talking to wholesalers, talking to agents. At the time I had a door knocking team. Tell them a little bit about your strategy on how you guys are getting deals under contract so quickly, and sort of the marketing strategy behind, how someone could be as successful and as quick as you guys.
Okay. I think the biggest thing is like figuring out what's hot at the moment, like where everyone is, and I think what that was for us was social media. You know,
Yeah.
who isn't on social media? So the first thing I think me and Henry did was we got on Facebook, right? I mean, we looked at listings, we looked at people that were already listing it, and knowing the resources that you had, I was like, Henry, why don't we just find people that need this moved and call them and see what they need? And I think on the third day is when we called you. You're like, we might have something here, and that was with Lawrence.
Yeah.
That was Wildwood, and with Lawrence, and that was genuinely our third day. Like we still didn't know what we were doing. we started off with some foreclosures, and then later on we got onto Facebook, looked at all the marketplace listings, reached out, called people. Like it took. I think that was like the 30th call we made that day.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, and that's not bad.
So put it in perspective, how many people did you have to message on Facebook? How many calls did you have? And then like when you were talking to this Lawrence guy who ended up getting you know your first deal under contract, what did that conversation sound like? Like how'd you structure the deal?
I started off by like,
But first, before Lawrence, how'd you how much shit did you have to go through to get to that?
Facebook has it set up to where it's automatically there's a message in there where it's like, hey, it's just available, and you just hit send. I mean, me and Henry were both going through as many as we could, just hitting send. Some we weren't even looking at the property. Like if they responded, we'd look at it then. But we were moving so fast that I think we probably messaged 80 people that day.
Nice.
Like seriously. And then from there, after the hi, is this available? They either go yes, no. From the yes, I'd ask for their phone number, and then if they said no, I'd ask if they had any more, and then ask for their phone number again. And then once they give their phone number, I'd get them on the phone, and then kind of go over the details, like, are you the owner? Like, what's up with this? And some would say, yeah, I'm the owner, or some would say they're the realtor. Some would say that they have it under contract, and some would say they're New Western. You know, like there's multiple different things, and we kind of played our cards differently. It was we kept on like just calling. We didn't stop, and then eventually like that 30th call that we made was a deal. You know?
On the third day.
On the third day. Yeah.
Nice. So you got on the phone with Lawrence. So you messaged Lawrence. You said, "Hey, is it still available?"
Mm-hmm.
At the time, you didn't even know who it was. You just were messaging everyone with a property and a pulse.
Yeah.
But Lawrence says yes, it's still available. And then you ask for his phone number. You get on the phone with him. And from there, you're saying, hey, we can move this deal for you because...
Well, here's the thing. It was Lawrence. This was Lawrence. Lawrence had been doing this for like a year, and this was his first ever deal. Like,
wow, a
year.
year.
He never done a deal like this. Was his first thing. He was getting into it, and he was still learning and all this. So I was like, well, me and my partner, like I said, me and Henry and you, like I called us partners on this. And then I said, I'll give you a call right back. And I think I called you and kind of walked us through what our next steps were. Because I said, this guy's interested, like, what can I do here? And you said, well, we can joint venture with them. And then we all got on a three-way call, me, Henry, you, and Lawrence, and you talked to him. And then I think it went something like, you kind of explained how you do your joint ventures, like we guaranteed them a price and then market it to our buyers for hire.
Yeah.
And then he was totally into it. I mean, it was his first deal too, and he needed this moved. And he didn't know how to find buyers. I think he just had it under contract for like a week. And then we showed us a few days before that to run comps. I think it was literally the day before that.
Yeah.
We had a Zoom call. Like you were showing us how to do our comps and like be super strict with our numbers so that when we offer, we know we can move it.
Yeah.
And then we comped this one. We emailed it to you. Gave you the phone number. You showed us like, because we were still learning, right? You like showed us on Zoom. Like you screen shared everything. Showed us how to. Like we were checking our comps and making sure that we did it right, and I think we agreed with the guy at 132 guaranteed. I think
Nice.
That's what we.
So now you guys have other people doing the comps.
Right.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about how you built a team so fast. Everyone in the office, by the way, is like super impressed by you guys. You're 16 years old. You came in here like once, and then 3 days later you call me back with like a deal. I'm like, who the fuck are these kids? Like, I literally was like, I've coached and like talked and sat down with people who are 20, 30, 50. Like no one ever does exactly what I tell them to do. And I gave you guys the blueprint, and you took it and you ran with it.
I think the difference is it's like we see us and you. Like you're a kid too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a couple years older.
Yeah, I'm only 20.
You're super successful. It's like
Yeah.
we just have to do what she tells us because she
Yeah.
knows what she's doing. You know what I mean?
She's like the living proof that we can do it in a few years if we just
Exactly.
accomplish that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's the way I look at it too. Someone asked me today, like, how do you differentiate who you take advice from? It's like, I don't take advice from people I don't want to be like. It's just that simple. So hiring people.
Yeah, I mean, so the first time we went to an event was with our other friend Alec.
Yeah, I remember that. Alex not here with us today.
It's a tricky story with Alec, and he might get mad at what we say.
Yeah.
So, but
we gotta kind of be.
Yeah. He wasn't too committed as me and Dylan were. Me and Dylan were straight from the start. We want to do this. We want to.
Yeah, we were ready to jump off the deep end.
We're committing to
right
this.
as we set foot in that.
Let's just do this.
What do we have to lose?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Alec was still kind of reluctant to start, so he ended up dropping out for a little bit with us, and then he ended up coming back once we grabbed our three other good friends, or two other good friends, Diego and Drew. And we've kind of all had this friendship for a few years now, and these guys are super hard workers in and out of school.
So were they curious in what you were doing, or did you
sure.
guys kind of recruit them
At
and
the
say?
beginning, it was like me and Henry kind of deciding like how do we go about this because it's like they were like on us, you know what I mean?
asking questions.
They wanted to know everything.
What is this? How do we get into it?
Yeah, I was like, well, Henry, I mean, we got to figure this out ourselves first before we can show them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard because it's like everyone's so close. It's hard to like separate work from
It's hard to work with some kids you're so close with.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to teach them something or tell them what to do. It's like.
So a mistake I see a lot of people make, even like older people who are way older than us, twice our age, they start partnering with people super early before they ever like build a relationship, before they ever know that there's complementary skill sets. What was the deciding factor for you guys to say, okay, these guys work for us, not like with us, they're not partners in the company? Like, how did you guys have that conversation? What did that look like, or was it more natural for them to just be employees, anyway?
I actually think we definitely had to put our foot down.
Yeah.
At some point because it felt like they were talking like I mean you have to remember it's like me and Henry built all of this. Like you can't just like walk on a team and say like since I walked on a team I'm a team captain. You know what I mean? Like that's just not how it's gonna work. And I think we tried like as their friends we had to say it in the nicest way possible, which was like giving them percentage agreements like in front of them, showing them that it's like we're paying you. It's not like you have equity in the company or like you own part of the company, like you work for us, like we're putting you on payroll pretty much.
Yeah.
And we tried to do that the best way we could, and I think so far it's kind of worked out.
No one like got super upset or anything like that.
Well,
for a little bit, but it was resolved quickly.
Yeah, it
And
was resolved.
Now everybody's happy. I think
everything's
Good. So moving forward, we talk all the time. We probably talk every day. I talk to you more than I talk to a lot of people. So you guys have told me about a lot of other business ideas. In terms of moving forward, 2024 is on the horizon, goals and stuff. What would you guys say? Like, are you looking forward to doing more wholesale deals? Are you thinking about taking it in a new direction, like new marketing? Kind of what are things looking like on the horizon of the pipeline for you guys? Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right.
No, I definitely think 2024 is going to be like a huge year for us. Obviously, we've done these 2 or 3 wholesale deals, but we want to obviously keep doing this, but we also want to expand kind of what we're doing into multifamily. Obviously, we have a mentorship coming soon.
Yeah,
we're still working really hard on.
That's right.
And then maybe even getting into lending because you're obviously
big lender.
Year, so
that's actually our next goal for. We're trying to figure out how to do underwriting for lending because
nice.
That's our next step. Once we do that, then I was telling Henry that we have a goal where we're gonna try to save up $100,000 for acquisition lending to start there. So the way that we're gonna do it to teach ourselves is that we're gonna do the finder's fees for other lenders. It's like $1,000. So while we're learning to do it, we'll be getting paid. And we'll put that right into that goal or that account where it's build up that $100,000. So when we have that $100,000, we already know what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, because we'll be comping, doing underwriting for the lens, like all of that. So I think it's smart to do it as we go.
Yeah, and you get paid. You kind of get paid while you're learning, or while you learn, sort of thing. The last question that I have for you guys, with everything that you've learned, it's maybe been 3 months, maybe probably a little less than that, since you got exposed to what you're doing now. What are some of the core values or the lessons that you've learned? Put the money aside, put the deals aside, in terms of talking to people, building relationships, networking, how to treat people, good business, bad business. What are some of the things that you've picked up that you feel like you're going to carry with you throughout the rest of your careers and stuff like that? Kind of a deeper question.
I think attitude's the biggest thing. I mean, I've been hung it up on hundreds of times, but like, right as I hang up me, I'm on the next. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not wasting any time between there, not taking it personal. Like, that's just how this game is. Like, people are gonna hang up on you. They might curse you out.
Yeah.
They might tell you never call their phone again, but the next person might be a deal. So it's like you gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. I think it's a lot about being organized too. Like, we've missed deals because we forgot to call people back. Stuff like that, like rookie mistakes. But like, we've definitely learned from them. We put all of our stuff on a calendar now and write all of our plans out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Organized.
For sure.
Henry?
Yeah, for me, I definitely say learning how to talk to people. I feel like when you're face to face with them, you build so much of a deeper connection
For
where
sure.
you need to be good at speaking. Like when I first went to the event, I was kind of scared. I was hiding behind Dylan, like letting him talk to everybody. And now I feel like I'll go up to these guys, no problem now.
Yeah.
I'm just so much more confident talking. Like talking in front of a camera wouldn't have been something I would
Yeah.
do 3 months ago, but now I feel like I've grown so much in that aspect where like, now I'm comfortable doing it.
I feel the same way. I'm really excited for you guys. Like you mentioned, I'm not that much older, and like I've been doing it for maybe 2 years now, and I feel like literally each year is like a fucking decade. Like you grow so much in a matter of a week, in a matter of a month, that you come to the end of the year and you look back at January and you're like, I'm not even close to the same person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all your success. I'm really excited that we're closing deals together. We're making
Sure.
money together, so that's cool. Any last words for everyone listening? Maybe another 16-year-old out there that's trying to figure it out?
If you got the idea and people say it's crazy, then it's probably a really good idea. I think that's the best. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Cool. Well, thank you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to drop their socials in the description. Make sure you follow them. They're definitely on their way to billions. Thanks, guys. Peace out.